We lived here for thousands of years. This place had everything we needed. It always did. We took care of that. It took care of us. And now you guys come here, what, a little over 100 years, and you've almost destroyed the place.
Conglomerate Mesa is a mountain east of Owens Lake and the town of Keeler, and south of the Inyo Mountains. And it's basically the gateway to Death Valley.
Well, the current thing that we're fighting now is the mining industry coming in, and it's a location, and even the company is the same one that has come here before.
K2 Gold, which is a Canadian-based mining company, they have a local subsidiary that they call Mojave Precious Metals, and with that company, they have done one round of exploration on the mesa already. They concluded that initial exploration, and then they immediately applied for a second round of exploration, which was much more extensive. We're talking about 120 boreholes on 30 different sites. The boreholes would be up to 1,000 feet deep.
Repeatedly, these companies come and they want to do exploratory for gold. We're so sick of them. Why are they doing it? They said, we're just going to go poke a few holes. Well, what are you doing it for if you don't want to put a huge open pit cyanide heap leach mine, you know?
I mean, growing up here, we've seen mining happen, whether it be the water, minerals, metals, you know. To the proposal on this scale of a gold mine is out of this world to even think when we understand like what's happening in the world around us and all of the environmental degradation and social unrest.
They're not drilling just for fun. I mean, the goal is to build a mine, and a mine would ultimately be destructive to this place and all of the plants and beings that live here. My name's Maria Jesus. I'm a conservation botanist at California Botanic Garden. And this place, Conglomerate Mesa, is where I conducted my master's research, and I've continued to visit over the years just to say hi to my plant friends, especially the Inyo Rock Daisy that I've helped to protect from mining. It actually has a very narrow range. It only grows in this mountain range at the very southern end. So the heart of its home is here at Conglomerate Mesa. So currently the Inyo Rock Daisy is protected by the California Endangered Species Act as a threatened species. Ecologically, it's important. It's one of the few flowers that blooms in the heat of the summer when everything else is dormant. So it's really important for pollinators. So there's some Inyo Rock Daisies growing right here, and this is one of their typical habitats, growing on this rock outcrop. A lot of times the Inyo Rock Daisies will grow in these crevices. They're dormant right now. They're getting ready for winter, so they've dropped most of their flowers. There's a few seeds left there. They rarely grow on the ground. They're really cliff plants, rock outcrop plants. So a lot of these seeds just go down and they don't regenerate. So that's one of the reasons why these are so rare. Because the Inyo Rock Daisy is known from such a small area, any impacts to its home, to its habitat, and to the plants themselves could negatively impact the species as a whole. So this first stage of proposed mining that's happening here, the company is wanting to build a road that can impact individual plants. It can also impact places where the Inyo Rock Daisy could propagate to, and that's just the exploration. But if a full-scale mine were to take place here, it would destroy over half of the known Inyo Rock Daisy populations.
Recently, in the last couple of weeks, a group of us from the Protect Conglomerate Mesa campaign came out to survey the Joshua trees that would be in the way or adjacent to the new road construction that the mining company is proposing. And we didn't survey the entire route, but we found so far 250 Joshua trees that would be affected.
So Joshua trees right now in California are threatened through the majority of their range, especially in the south. It's been modeled by the end of the century, or there will no longer be Joshua trees in Joshua Tree National Park. So places like this, Conglomerate Mesa, where we're at the northern extent of the range, it's much more likely that these trees will survive the coming climate change.
When you understand this area and to think that it's on the ballot to be mined again in such a destructive way. It makes no sense, as if we haven't been listening to any of the information and what the experts are telling us. It's like we're headed in the wrong direction. If we were to alter this area, it'd be pretty much the nail in the coffin, you know? So it's like a last stand spot. You know, one of the most important battles that I'll see in my life is to maintain how it is today, what we see out here.
We're still here. We're still living in the place that we always have been, and we're not going anywhere. And we're doing what we can to protect our unceded lands, our traditional homeland, from outsiders thinking this is just a resource colony.